My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Cobalt Core. Time to go in for our second run and increment up to hard mode. Hard. Events are harder. You start combat with a weak cockpit, which means we will take 1 extra damage to any shot that hits the cockpit. Plus 1 basic shot in the deck. There's also -1 max hull and less pre-upgraded card offerings. I think we'll do fine though. And let's definitely make some room for Isaac, who creates and manipulates mid-row objects like drones and missiles. I feel like probably easiest is losing parry for Isaac. Riggs gives flexible movement and card draw, and Dizzy gives shielding and shield manipulation. Yeah, so it feels like I can probably get damage out of Isaac with drones and missiles. Now, if we should complete this hard run, we will unlock the second ship, and we'll be able to start going across, but the Artemis at the moment has cargo hold and warp prep as starting artifacts. So we gain 1 shield and 1 evade on the first turn, and all artifact map nodes offer 1 more option. System time corrupted. Please select boot option. So we can gain, start of run bonus, got it. We can gain a random rare card, we could gain 3 max hull, or we can have 2 random cards upgraded to type A. So I happen to know that type A is the upgrade for basics that makes them 0 cost. I like that, especially when I already have a draw shot in the base deck. Oh, actually, let's also not get ahead of ourselves here and have a look at Isaac's cards. Attack drone. Launch an object from your missile bay. So that's not the same as my cannon, that's a different part of my ship. And it's an attack drone. Shoot a 1 damage shot once per turn. And then parallel shift. The drone shift, which lets you move all mid-row objects left or right and costs 1 drone shift per move. Okay, so it's basically evade, but just for the mid-row. And then drone move right. Instantly move all mid-row objects 1 to the right. Okay, this can upgrade to give me more drone shifts, or more drone shift again and exhaust, and it can either have a bubble or it can do more damage for the attack drone. Neat. 2 on type A, and both of the basics become 0 cost. Love it. Hey y'all, cryo sleep's over, you know the drill.
Where am I?
Hey, it's Isaac!
Who's Isaac?
Oh, right, memories. Do you remember anything from before the incident?
I'm a drone specialist, I think.
Good enough. So yes, that's our missile bay left of our cannon. And yeah, no reason to mess around too much on this turn. This seems pretty straightforward. Attack drone, basic shot, block shot, and dodge. Ooh, throw out another 0 cost attack before using a draw shot. Even more zeros in the next cycle. Oh, what's not to love? Let's gain some more defense before we round out that turn there. Oh, again. So I can force a cycle here with all of my zeros in the next part of the draw, which means that I get to guarantee I draw them more often than any of my other cards. Even if I don't get them in this hand, I'm still drawing them more often. Happily defend against the end of that turn. Throw out another basic shot, a draw shot, and basic will do it. Okay. Ooh, that's nasty. Quit thinking. 1 cost, draw 3 cards. It can upgrade to 0 cost, draw 2. Oh, I already have a lot of incentive in this deck to just draw. With 0 costs. Like, it's significant, especially because the dodge is one of the 0 costs as well. There's also Bolt, give us an evade, upgrades for more or not to exhaust, and then finally Shift Shot. Attack. Move enemy left. If this attack hits the enemy, it will instantly move the enemy 2 left spaces. Neat. Let's take a silly little quick thinking there. There is 1 path here that gets 2 elites, so of course that is the one to which I am committed. Indeed, Riggs. Do you want to use that evasive now or evasive later? Without a lunge, our defensive positioning is a lot weaker than it has been in the past. I could save myself 2 damage if I use 2 evade here. I think not. Let's get a drone out and throw as much damage as we possibly can into the enemy. Ooh, 3 trash in our deck. Rude. That is actually really quite rude to this exact style of deck. How dare you? Let's use a draw shot, see if I can get past some of them, and I can indeed. I'm also going to gain some block, evade by moving 1 over. My turret fires before the enemy, so it hits the enemy and then it blocks a shot for me. Valet turret, valet. In fact, I'm going to do something similar. Move 1 over, put another attack drone out on the field. Enemy takes 2. And the drone blocks for me. That'll do it. Oh! That's pretty much exactly what I wanted. The ability to generate more drones. So this is Striker Squadron for a 2 cost. It has a launch offset, which means it launches 1 attack drone to the left of my missile bay, and then 1 to the right of my missile bay, and then I have 2 less energy to play with next turn. It can upgrade to either no longer remove energy, or to give bubble shields to each of those drones. Also, the drones themselves are attack drones Mark II, doing 2 damage. We've seen Second Opinions in its power before. Here's Blocker Burnout, though. Reduce your shield capacity by 1 in order to get 4 temp shield. Right, so burn through resources effectively. Nothing half wrong with that. I'm taking the Striker Squadron though, thank you.
Hello, dearies. What brings you to Grandma's Bakery and Weapons Market today?
Weapons! Carrot cake.
Both?
Have a look around.
1 treat, please. We could get a random rare card, or we could use a trash can to burn a card. I'm gonna burn a card and take a basic shot out of here. Who didn't see that coming?
Come again soon.
Oh god, what was your voice? They're gonna change again.
Let's dance.
I could scramble entirely out of his way, but oh boy, that's an expensive scrambling. Oh, never mind, I found my way. I launched the attack drone and then I parallel shift, moving the attack drone over in order to block the incoming 3. Ah, and the asteroid now perfectly blocks the next shot. That was of course planned. It was not planned. Strikes. Striker Squadron, and I can actually play it. Ah, definitely should have used my basic shot first. Oops. I'm gonna parallel shift everything over by 1 so that I can take a basic shot and then scurry away. So I'll take 1 direct hit to the enemy here, but I'll also land 2 on them, only losing 1 of my drones. Speaking of losing 1 of my drones, we'll send up another attack drone to take a single shot before dying. There we go. Get him, drones! We launch another drone before the end and shift it over just to take the enemy out. Strafe. I had that last time. I also had hand cannon last time, though. Don't want to turn him down for that. Actually, no, hand cannon definitely doesn't get turned down. We have rigs. you see. Which is the only reason we have hand cannon. No, it's we have rigs and we have quick thinking and draw shot. We're focusing a little bit on getting draw into this deck. Hand cannon. The Gravel Recycler. Gain a temporary shield every time an asteroid's destroyed. All of Dizzy's card attacks gain 1 damage. Dizzy, you have 1 block shot. Oof. Fracture detection. 1 random enemy part is made brittle at the start of the fight. Brittle is double damage. The part is not marked at brittle until it's damaged. That's fine. Let's take a basic shot at the enemy. I'm trying to figure out if I use Striker Squadron and just take a bunch of damage here. I don't want to do that. Alright, I'm going to scramble. I really wish I didn't have to do that. Okay, there's a basic dodge, attack, drone, draw, shot. And I should definitely start gaining some shield. Definitely fine with only taking the 1 here. You know what? I'm going to expand my movement here so that I can actually keep my drone around as well. Lands a 2 damage shot on the enemy. Sets up to put another attack drone out on the field in this turn. You know, I feel pretty confident about that, actually. Definitely can't put a Striker Squadron out yet. No, I found the brittle space. You have... Oh, that's perfect. Hand cannon, baby! Another Striker Squadron? There's also a Corrosion Beam here. Outgoing. The status will be applied to the enemy wherever they are. Corrode deals 1 hull damage at the end of every turn. Just casually burn them. I like it. I like it. We can upgrade it to have more cost and more poison, or less cost, same poison. Shield Surge and Striker Squadron. We'll take the Corrosion Beam this time. Oh, energy refund! Gain 1 energy every time you spend 3+ energy playing a card. Now, we had that in the last run, and it was very, very valuable there. It would enable me to upgrade Hand Cannon to a 3 cost and be pretty happy about that, as well as to upgrade Corrosion Beam to its 3 cost and be pretty happy about that.
Howdy, did you know we're running a upcycling program here? We're turning unwanted junk into new wanted junk.
Replace a card with a random... replace a card with a random rarer card. Replace a card with the same rarity card from another deck. Oh, so we get to select a specific card that I'm looking for. What do I want? I'm not sure I know what I want. I'm going to replace a basic shot with a rarer card. Vamos! And it's a 3 cost. Gotta love that. It moves us instantly 3 spaces in a random direction and then gives us 4 evade.
Nice. Good luck out there.
Hey, give me your, money? Or, gold? Is this your first stick up? Yes. My drone should be able to find that brittle point pretty fast. That's super cool. You have like a specific line that you throw out there if you have fracture detection? I like it. I mean, I'm definitely gonna basic shot the enemy. Found the brittle. Do I throw in an attack drone? Or do I use the corrosion beam now? I think I use the corrosion beam. That's Vamoose. Perfect. Our Vamoose far enough away that now it's just time to gain some block, and then, I mean, the enemy's poisoned. If they want to spend all of their time over there doing nothing, that is entirely up to them. Although I imagine they won't. I'm going to follow up with a full striker squadron and then an attack drone played in attack mode in the middle. Oh! Ruined! Okay, rares a game. Scattershot. Attack 1, then move the enemy right 2, and then move left 2. So this would almost guarantee that the enemy doesn't hit you that turn anymore. I like it. It's also shield gun. Do damage equal to the amount of shield you have. And selective memory. Choose a card in your draw pile, put it in your hand. Selective memory is very powerful. Especially in a world where I have things like Striker Squadron, Hand Cannon, Corrosion Beam, things that want to be in very specific hands. Piercer. Your first attack each turn pierces. Ricochet paddle rather, sorry. When you shoot an incoming missile, turn it around instead of destroying it. And then Quick Draw. I will be taking Quick Draw here as it still makes so much more sense for this deck. And I think a priority for me is Corrosion Beam upgrading to 2 hull damage every turn. Sensors are going wild again. Crystal? Crystal? Big. Alright. Definitely hit him with the Corrosion Beam. That's a lot of incoming damage. I'm not going to use my selective memory yet, which means I'm just recognizing I will be taking a damage this turn. But I'm fine with it. That was the cost of playing the most powerful card in my hand. Let's also get the Striker Squadron out while it can actually get 2 attacks off. So it's, 4 damage this turn and 4 damage next turn, and it either blocks a shot or it's even more damage the turn after. It only gets better. All right, I'm going to throw out an attack drone and then just move 2 to the left. Oh, we found the brittle space as well. Oh, yeah. Definitely time for a Vamoose. Probably one of the worst places I could have ended up in, but still not that bad. I will allow myself to take another 1 hull damage here so that I can save and evade. Move 1 over, big hand cannon, and then move 1 away and watch him corrode. Time for some more max hull. We've got stun source for 4. Gain a stun charge each turn. That seems very powerful. Bay Overload for 0, gain 3 energy, and then missile malfunction. This ship's missiles and drones will all launch backwards. Decrease by 1 at the end of the turn. Okay, so you don't use this to launch missiles or drones. You use this for everything else you possibly can. Do I want to lock myself out of launching missiles or drones for 2 turns when that's the person I'm relying on for my damage at this point? I don't think so. There's also Think Twice, discard all cards in hand, draw 5 cards. Upgrades to have discard all, draw 7, or discard all, draw 3, but don't exhaust. I think I should think twice. Warp Mastery replaces Warp Prep. Oh, so upgrades on your starting relic? Artifact, I mean, sorry, whoops. Gain 3 shield and 3 evade on the first turn. There's also Demon Thrusters. Gain an evade every turn. You can no longer have more than 3 evade at any one time. My eagerness for that certainly moves significantly down when Vamoose is there. Like, I would have to spend all of my evade before playing Vamoose, and it's possible Vamoose would just move me directly back in the direction that I came from, so. Dirty Engines. Gain an extra energy every turn, but add a trash to your draw pile every 2 turns. I have enough draw that I think this is worth it.
Check it out. Is that a piece of the crystal? Yeah, it kind of tingles, even through the gloves. That seems bad. How did you get it? A big net. Don't hold it so close to me. What are you even gonna do with it? Science stuff.
Entering a new zone in the Sapphire Cluster.
Ooh, time for a squadron, I think.
I'm pretty sure those engines violate, like, every shipping code.
Let's parallel shift over for our own safety. And sure, I'll throw another basic block.
Hey, we're not getting irradiated by the new engines, right? Not much, no.
Nothing wrong with the scramble here. Let's definitely corrode this enemy. Just cut in draw pile there. I have no draw pile at the moment, buddy. What draw pile do you mean? Yeah, I can play this slow as well. I'm gonna just dodge out the way of the enemy and set up a bunch of drones outside of him. We found the brittle space. I'm gonna choose hand cannon, then I'm gonna quick thinking, and then I'm gonna brittle boom. Get him with a hand cannon for a bunch of damage right there. Block shot B, already upgraded. 3 temp shield on that block shot's definitely worth a lot. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll take 3 temp shield. Thank you. Stardog! I love you. Nice opening hand here. Enemy has 20 hull. I'm going to be in this fight for a while. I don't think I should actually be aggressive. Well, aggressive. I should be a certain kind of aggressive. I'm going to corrode the enemy. I'm just not going to, you know... Do I want a hand cannon for 5 right now? Yeah, I do. Then I did it. And it was good. And I even used the quick thinking to cycle through my draw so that I could try and get closer to my 0 costs. Missile's gonna do 2. Okay, we're fine. I'm gonna parallel shift the missiles over so that it's easier for me to hit them. I will hit the one directly in front of me with a block shot and then launch my own attack drone. The enemy can hit me. That's fine.
This one's called Martin.
Says Isaac about the drone we just launched. Certainly seems like it's time for some more block shots here. Actually, that'll be more than fine. I'll take 2 damage to my temporary. And yes, try and get the enemy to shift over in this direction because that'd be a lot better for me. In fact, I'll even shift the mid row so none of these missiles are hitting me anymore, and then launch my own striker squadron against them. That'll do it. Can't believe I still didn't find the brutal space after all that. Juke, multi-stun, and stun shot. The fact that our cannon is now back in the middle does make stun a lot better, but stun multiple? Especially because I have my own drones out, I seldom want to, attack, move left, and attack again. Seems like a great way to get rid of my friends. I'm almost leaning towards skip here. But I will take the singular stun shot. I think it's worthwhile having a little bit of utility like that. Feels like upgrading the striker squadron, either not to drain me of energy or to have its own bubble shield, seems very effective here. I'll take the bubble shield upgrade. Oh, time to fight some fragments of the crystal. Corrode the enemy. I'm gonna move one to the right and then use my striker squadron so that it will block with the bubble. Oh, also found the brittle space already. Hell yeah. If I move myself one to the left and then use a block shot, I can actually prevent myself from taking any damage here. Ooh, I get to keep my turrets through this turn as well. Gotta love that. Let's throw up some trash, scramble, and I'm not gonna draw a shot. I want those cards in my next hand. I mean, I think yeah, that does it. So yeah, this is very much a build where I set up a bunch of objects and then I watch them ruin the enemy's life for me. Another copy of Think Twice. I'm not even gonna bother, I will take it. Not even gonna bother thinking twice, that is. When you have no cards, draw a card from the Perpetual Motion device. There's also the Overcharger, every 4th turn gain an Overdrive, and the Gravel Recycler, which we saw before, the temporary shield every time an asteroid is destroyed. I'm not often gonna have no cards in hand. I don't see the Perpetual Motion device doing a lot, so I'll take the Overcharger. Even if it seems like it can accomplish less in general.
Getting a hail from a research vessel?
Hail! No, that's the same voice again. Muted.
Hail! Are you available for a brief test of Dr. Bjorn's latest invention, the Duplatron? It might sting a bit.
Duplicate a card on the deck or duplicate a card on the deck 4 times, lose 4 max hull. Oh boy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with 4 copies of Think Twice. Nor with 4 copies of Selective Memory, you just pick the specific card you wanted to play. I could get a second copy of Corrosion Beam B and just be pretty happy with that. I will take the second copy of the Corrosion Beam B, especially because it's already upgraded. Ciao! Head across the artifact. Hull plating, +3 max heal. And also sharp edges. Every time your discard pile is shuffled back into your draw pile, the enemy loses a hull. Love it. I refuse to damage you personally. You will die, but I'm barely gonna be involved. Watch out, if this attack hits you, it'll also give you a card. Ah, right, so I can avoid that without it. Cool. Let's throw some corrosion and a stun shot, no longer capable of even hitting me. And sure, I'll just get an attack drone out on the field. Not in the right position, but that's good enough. Let's use a block shot before I play the Striker Squadron. That missile's gonna do 2 damage. I want a parallel shift. So let's draw that. Scoot everyone over by 1, and then if I did it again, even, I can keep all of the drones on the field as well as not get struck. And hey, I'm gonna check all of the rest of the pieces for brittleness here. Oh, worst turn to have drawn the corrosion beam. I could have expected it though. Let's quick think. Throw away the trash. Good enough. Alright. Moving 1 over, I can hit a stun shot, and then heck, I can even just wait until the enemy dies. Gonna be a lot of that over the course of this run. A block shot. There's also Juker. Juke upgrade A, that is. 0 cost to move randomly in 4 spaces in a random direction. I think that's probably worth including at this point. And shield drone. Launch an object from your missile bay. A shield drone beams 1 shield at its target per turn. Let's take the Juke, and then time for a big fight. Oh, I love fighting you. Choose a card in your draw pile, put it in your hand. Yeah. That's gotta be... Corrosion. Perfect. I wanted to make sure that I could get the second corrosion off as well, and I can. Let's use a shield surge and then pop 2 to the left for full safety. Wait, I had an energy other. Whoops. This is pretty much ideal. Stun shot. You don't do damage to me, but you're still brittle. Striker Squadron, set up 2 to hit you back, and then burn a trash from my hand. That's the second brittle oh god. This is hilarious. I can even parallel shift now in order to defend and aggress at the same time. Even stun shot for the only thing that could have possibly hit me. That was a slaughter. Vamoose Bubble Field. Apply a bubble shield to every mid-row object. That doesn't seem bad, actually. That also coming with 2 drone shift makes it a lot better after the upgrade, obviously, but still. Overclock generator, gain energy every 3rd turn. I can always use the extra energy right now. Your shield lasts between combats, or 1 max hull and heal 1. Nope, overclocked. And time for an upgrade. Heck, immediately to the bubble field.
Hey, it's Evil Riggs again.
Hey, it's the fake time clones again.
What did you call us?
Stand still just like that. I'm just lining up my cannons.
Love to see the corrosion beam here. Hit him with the stun shot. I've got... Oh my god, that's the brittle space as well. We immediately discovered it. Yeah, I'll just defend and wait, I think. There'll be time to think twice. Forward direction to the left is pretty bad. I can probably recover. Okay, that's a lot better. Single block shot and some scramble sets us up for much better future here. That's Vamoose. Perfect. Send out the Striker Squadron. And a Shield Surge, and then I'll move until I'm only taking damage to this cannon. Whereas I've developed not only a bunch of defense for the future, but a bunch of offense. A block shot would prevent the missile that is about to try and strike me. And realistically, I don't actually need to launch an attack drone right now, so I'll get that trash out of my hand. Choose a card and draw pile and put into my hand. What do I want right now? Oh, Bubble Field. Give me Bubble Field. Maybe I did want Bubble Field right then. Yeah, because I don't think I can just stun shot to take it out. No, I can. Never mind. We're all good. Ah, I should have launched the attack drone and let it get one as well. Oof. That would have been a lot better. Oh well. I'm gonna full heal after this fight anyway, and I do think I probably got this one, what with all of the poison that's gonna guarantee it pretty quickly. Big ol' hand cannon there. Let's get another attacker, and that won't do it before the enemy attacks. But it will immediately after with the poison. Hello. Even more selective memory all things twice. Or energy drone. Launch an object from your missile bay. It is an energy drone. It launches an energy at the target once per turn. I mean, I do want energy. Maybe I'll take the B version of this, though, after the upgrade comes through. Genesis we've seen before, 1 of 2 common artifacts, another 1 of 2 common artifacts, another 1 of 2 common artifacts, and you also get 3 Genesis canisters in your deck, which are big, heavy rocks that you need to play. Hunter Wing, if you end your turn with more than 0 energy, your wings will retract and become empty until your next turn starts. That is probably a really good way for me to just hide behind my drones. And then Glass Cannon. Gain 1 extra energy every turn. Your ship's cannons become weak at the start of combat. Taking it. Extra energy per turn. I can do more than a week's worth of effect with that extra energy. Well, I can actually hit both of the corrosion beams right now, so I'm gonna. And then I get to stun shot. So if I moved 4 in one, if I moved 4 in the correct direction, I wouldn't even need to follow up with a movement now. But no matter what, I was gonna either have to use that evade or get lucky on the juke that turn. Okay. Let's write the Striker Squadron, and I'm going to parallel shift them in order to defend me. No, I should have made the energy drone before I did that. Before I moved them over, that was. Oh well. Just gonna draw. And just get some dodge and block. Definitely want to play Vamoose here. And we vamoosed. Up to 7 of 8 now. Down the brittle space as well. Not that I think that'll matter that much. I'm gonna move one to the left and hit him with a hand cannon in the brittle. Think twice to draw some cards and finish him off with a block shot. I want another Striker Squadron? I'd only have to offset myself once in order to be able to play it again. Ah, yep. Seemed good to me. Let's get our zero-cost energy drone so that I can get through that on the first cycle. I'll put an energy drone out there, which will also prevent me from having to take a status. Actually, it's going to prevent the 3 damage here, because the enemy is going to auto-dodge when I do my first shot. Okay, so how much setup can I get done here, then? Use a draw shot. A lot. Send out the Striker Squadron. Oh no, I got another garage of ammo!
It's fine. I'm only very mad about it.
Oh, I can't even vamoose in a position like this. I went for the heavy dig through the deck because I really wanted to get some movement for my drones there. I get an extra energy for the next turn to help offset what the drones have done already. Pop a corrosion beam out there. Just go on the draw pile, put it into your hand. You know what? I don't want to have to draw that next turn. I choose trash, and then I play it. Oh, of course, the enemy's auto dodge also dodges the shots of drones. I was not thinking about the possibility of that. Yikes. This is going to be fun, though. I'm going to pop out a Striker Squadron, and then an attack drone, and then I'm going to give everyone bubble shields. It might look like it's not especially effective, but every turn the enemy waits, I'm just getting more powerful back here. And they're getting more dead, that's also relevant. Deflection, a Juke B. Small boulder, should I want that? I think it's time to skip. Definitely time to corrode. Even follow it with a stun shot, basic dodge. Vamois. Perfect. Let's get the Striker Squadron out as well. I'm going to use Think Twice rather than my specific selection here. Yeah, and throw out an attack drone. Alright, let's think twice again. Let's write some defense, move a couple spaces over so that I can get a squadron and an energy drone in the middle of them. There we go. This is why we build the wall. Why do we build the wall, my children, my children? Why do we build the wall? Time for an attack drone to show us what it knows. Attacking, as it turns out. Pulse barrier. Increase shield capacity and shield at the same time, but exhaust from the deck. Not how bad. There's also evasive shot B. This has already been upgraded. Does 2 damage rather, and 2 evade. Yep, absolutely. That's a lot of health, my friend. 51 hull on the rusting Colossus here. Well, better see what we can do about that. Corrosion beam. Let's give you a squadron. Move 1 space over and stun the 3 damage that was incoming there. Oh boy, this does damage with a capital D. Why don't you take a basic shot so that I can Vamus? And I'm just gonna keep Vamusing. Oh, I really need to go very far back in the other direction now as well. Just come the draw pile. There's a couple good cards in there. I'm going to corrode the enemy and choose a card from the draw pile. Pick out the Striker Squadron. Striker Squadron, Energy Drone. Get a scramble and move right back behind him. Perfect, starting to actually get them to come back towards the previously set up. Let's see how Juke goes. Pretty well. More than happy to slow play. Wait, this isn't even slow playing it. It's the enemy. Almost. They were almost dead. I'm just gonna make sure that I'm all the way out of the way, even though I know the drones are firing before the enemy. It's just important still to me. The Jupiter Drone B. Launch an object from your missile bay. Jupiter Drone, every time you attack, this drone copies your attack. And it has a bubble shield. I mean, look, not bad, but I don't really attack. Quick thinking B though, with 0 costs and just positive card draw. If I ever see that, I'm not turning it down. Gravel Recycler again, heal booster, every time you heal 1 more, or Nanofiber Hull, heal 1 after each combat. Let's take the Nanofiber Hull and hope that we see the other one in the future. Gain 3 drone shift on the first turn, or jumper cables. At the start of your combat, gain temp shield equal to your missing hull. I'll take the drone control there, thank you. I'm gonna make a pretty aggressive play here of energy drone and then bubble fielding just that energy drone. It prevents 3 damage and a card being given to me and allows me to stay here. And also, yeah, that's an empty space. The enemy is firing from empty spaces. So putting a normal drone there would just shoot straight through the enemy. So putting a drone there that shoots at me instead, because it's trying to give me a positive effect, much more valuable. Alright, now I want to get deeper into this deck, but not that much deeper. How do I accomplish that? Patience, I think. I'm just going to go for evasive shot, evasive, and block. Get myself some more resources for later. Love it. Striker Squadron. I'm gonna choose a card from the draw pile and gain the Corrosion Beam. I could use Juke, but there's no real reason to. Just gonna end my turn there. Found the Brittle Space. I'm gonna move one over to be attacking the Brittle Space. And think twice. Oh, that'll do it. Big old Striker Squadron here. I'll even move back into total safety and watch as the drones shred that enemy. Payback. Whenever the ship is hit, it's not, don't worry. It immediately launches a 1 damage attack. There's also Shield Surge B. Gain shield capacity but get temp shield. Or Solar Breeze. Instantly move everything 1 space to the right, and then draw a card. I'm not so certain I want that. I'm often not going to want to change their positioning, so this will be a brick in my hand. Ooh, okay, how much setup can I get done? A lot, as it turns out. A lot of setup. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go Corrosion Beam B. And then I'm going to choose a card from my draw pile. Well, yeah, I will. I'm going to use that to get the bubble field in order to give 3 bubbles out to my field. I wonder, if I was able to do enough damage on that first turn, would I just be able to eviscerate the enemy immediately? Answers on postcard, please. Tactron. I'm going to use a parallel shift, juke my way away, and launch another drone. We lose all of the bubbles. Oh, and I don't even get the energy from the energy. Whoops. But this also seems to have been a pretty good move. Striker Squadron, you can't hit me. You're not allowed. You are disallowed from hit me. Echo. Search discard, move a card to the top of the draw pile. I can do it for 0 cost, or I can move it to my hand for 1 cost still. Boost capacitors and stun shot, skipping those. Piercer. Again, your first attack each turn pierces. You may remove 2 cards at repair yards with the Jettison Hatch. And then the Perpetual Motion Device. I mean, I have seen this more commonly now that I have a lot more energy in the deck. I'm gonna do it. Wah. I don't want it, but I'll do it. Let's upgrade Quick Thinking to be able to actually draw for 0s so that I can just mindlessly play them.
All right, same plan as last time, I guess? Self-upload initiated. Good luck up there.
I'm gonna move 1 space over Block Shot for the concussion, then move 1 more space over and Stun Shot, and then 3 damage is incoming and I'm lined up with the enemy's weak spot. I'm also gonna need to start regaining some resources, so let's use an Explosive Shot B and then think twice. Quick Thinking just to see if I get the Corrosion Beam, which might actually change the way that I want to finish this turn. And it will. I'll corrode the enemy, and then I'll throw a trash out. I was otherwise thinking of getting a bunch more drones out there, but this seems very impactful. Oh! Found your brittle place! Yeah, you know what? I'll take a draw shot. And a big ol' hand cannon for 10 damage straight to the brittle. Then throw the drone out on the field and think twice. Sure. Pop a squadron out there as well. Love it. Just cut in the draw pile, put it directly into hands. Nothing I really want to get with selective memory this turn. I'm gonna move over and throw a draw shot out. Ultimately, I am going to be using the Striker Squadron here. No reason to do anything more for the rest of that turn, thank you. Also, I believe I have my Corrosion turn coming up pretty soon. It's got to be this one, right? Nope, not if I draw like that. Okay, I'm gonna move one space over there, so just a single drone shift has made both of the heavy missiles miss me. One of the attack drones is now gonna hit a concussable side of the enemy, preventing that action from even occurring, and one of them is gonna hit a brittle part. Perfect. Actually, I'm gonna move 1-2 stun shot and then 1-2. Get myself back to the center. Avoid both of the enemy hits there by concussing them. Take some resources with a Vamoose. And then a Juke. That'll do.
I keep saying we should just leave. This is a great strategy.
Okay, stun, block, and then attack drone is more than I could possibly need for this turn. Oh, we draw the corrosion beam at pretty much the only time it would be unplayable. That is okay, though. I don't really think it would change much about the amount of turns that are going to be in the rest of this fight. And that's our first hard victory, so we will have unlocked the second ship.
You are growing stronger. Who will it be this time?
I feel like I should probably just get one full cogent story first, right? But I'm gonna have Dizzy necessarily in the next one? Difficult to tell, right? Difficult to tell. I think for the sake of easy digestibility for both myself as well as the audience, I am going to try and line myself up such that I can complete 3 memories of each character in a row. Dizzy.
Okay, so I've been doing some reading. You know, in my free time, between the eternities and the timeless void.
I've seen.
The Cobalt, the time crystal embedded in the core. That's you, right?
It was.
So then the core, it was like an egg?
Egg, seed, sentient singularity. You do not have the perfect word for it.
Egg. Got it.
T-137 days.
I cast Fireball on my own sword.
The sword erupts in an extremely cool blaze of flame. Your goblin attackers step back, filled with terrible fear. The type of fear that makes them take additional 50% damage on your next attack.
Nice. I hold the sword to the sky and cast Mighty Yell.
Okay, what do you yell? Exactly.
I yell, I'm gonna get your butts with my cool flaming sword!
Ha! The damage boost goes up to 60%.
Yeah!
Hey, where are you guys playing? Chess? Can I play?
Seems like the right screen to end on. Oh, wow, there's even seeds for all of the different runs that are going to be displayed at the end of the episode. Hell yeah. For the moment, let me just say that my name's in Rhapsody. The name of the game? Let's be in Cobalt Core. All the links you're looking for are at the top of the description down below or available on the screen at the moment. Series playlist is in the top left for all of my content of the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendation down below. And streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And I'll put the thank you. A special thanks this episode to Willow. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves and hopefully we'll see you all next time.